Hey everyone, this is my recent game as Qing, in which you can see I got the Qing of China achievement, a lot of Tibet and this stuff. I pretty much managed to get every achievement you'd want to get as Qing. Start as one of the Jurchen tribes and form Qing. Pretty self-explanatory. Become Chinese emperor as Qing. To do this, you not only have to become Chinese emperor, you have to conquer every province in the Chinese subcontinent. Harmonize 7 religions as Confucian. To do this one, it's a little tricky because it's not very well explained, but basically harmonize is a mechanic in Confucian where you basically integrate these other religions and you get their bonuses, and it's great. So you get to deal with other countries like they were, the same religion as you, and you get a little bonus for having each one. National unrest, infantry combat ability, it's all pretty good. Right now I don't have any more I can harmonize. You just have to get a number of provinces, a small number of provinces with that religion, and then you can harmonize the religion. It takes standard 33 years to harmonize, and while that's happening you lose harmony. So right now I've just been harmonizing this whole time, and my harmony's gone down to 0, which actually gives me some negative effects: development cost, tolerance of the true faith, yearly meritocracy. But I've boosted my tolerance of the true faith enough that it's fine. And you also get events that speed up harmonization. Usually it only takes about 20 years with events. The events will only fire if you have states with that religion. So you have to not only have provinces but states to give you the increased harmonization speed. And if you get harmony up to 100, you get some bonuses, but to get the achievement, you basically, the last kind of century I was basically at 0 harmony the whole time while harmonizing. And it's not terrible, right? Just a few minor things. And anyhow, for these banners need a saga. You need to have 100 regiments of banners at the same time. That's a little tricky. We'll see here. Right now I can make 107 banners. You can make more banners based on provinces with Jurchen culture. So Manchu is a good culture. What happened here? Why is there a rebel? Mongol-culture. So these ones, I was changing some of these cultures in mainland China down to Manchu to give me more banners. So it's development in Jurchen or any kind of Manchu culture province. So you can either increase development in the Manchu provinces you already have, or you can change culture to Manchu in other provinces. That's how you get more banners. There's also an age objective. It's not the age of revolutions, it's one of the previous ones, but one of these special bonuses right here will give Manchu 25% more banners. So you can kind of easily get that achievement in one of the previous ages. Make sure you get it then, because otherwise, it's still fine now, but it'll be a little harder if you miss that chance. Have 3 tribal states as tributaries. So tribal states are like Oirat as a tributary, Chagatai. These guys you can see right here. You need to see this symbol right here. Tribe. These guys a tribe? No, they're not. So I don't believe. Here we go. Oh, no, these guys are not my tributary anymore either. Anyhow, but we still have 3 tribes here, and I guess I got them. And also Mongolia. If you have Mongolia here, it would be a tribe as well. So get those guys as tributaries. And the last achievement, turning the tide. As a step forward in 1444, embrace all institutions. It's important to note for this one, you don't actually have to embrace all institutions. I got this one without industrialization. As soon as you get enlightenment, you get the achievement. You do not have to get industrialization. So that is that for the achievements. Let's check out our ideas. I went offensive ideas first because we were doing a lot of invading and conquering as one of the Jurchen tribes, so we wanted that. I also went administrative ideas for the core creation cost reduction, and the technology cost reduction, because we're far away from the birthplace of most institutions. I did manage to get, I swear I didn't, cheat on any of these institutions. I naturally got Yangping as the birthplace of industrialization. So that's pretty great. Do I get any others? Where was global trade? Cantabria, not me. Okay, I didn't get that one. Influence ideas, because we had a lot of vassals. Defensive ideas, army, innovative, technology cost, institution embracement cost, trade ideas, because trade is not great here. Trade flows out and away from you. So at first I was in this trade node, which is shit. And eventually I managed to conquer here, and I moved my trade capital to Beijing. This is, I believe, my trade capital. Yes, my main trade capital is here. So that's a bit better. We're collecting a bit more. We can direct trade from Japan and from kind of southern China up. I've also come over here and started collecting a bit of trade here and down in Vijayanagara. We earn, yes. So actually I'm steering trade down to this one, Coromandel, and I'm collecting trade here again because this is a vassal of King. Yes, this is my vassal. So I'm making him steer trade, and I took all the kind of good trade provinces here for myself. So I own most of this trade node now too. So I can collect a good bit of trade here and a good bit of trade here. So, as for, let's see, missions were pretty good. You got a lot of missions as Qing that give you basically a lot of claims over Tibet, China, Burma. One that was really important, was it this one? Yes, this one. The 3 feudatories. So own 20 provinces in South China or Xinjiang region. When you complete that, it gave you a bit of bonus. It also gave me Wu and Xin, I believe, as vassals. They were free countries that I was going to war with before, but I conquered enough provinces. I clicked that button, and suddenly I had 2 vassals. They became my vassals, and I owned all of them. So that was a huge step. It didn't cost me any aggressive expansion. It didn't cost me any admin or anything until some Diplo when I went to integrate them. But that one, I'm very sure it was this one. It doesn't say, but they became my vassals immediately after I got that achievement. So that was really good. So that's a big mission to get. Sorry, mission, not achievement. Anything else? Policies? Not much here. I haven't really. Do I have anything? I can't really. This one might be alright. Aggressive expansion. So as Qing, it's also, let's check out the Empire of China right now. So, what's important with this is mandate. Mandate is everything, pretty much. If you have under 50 mandate, your armies will suffer. You see that? So if you have 0 mandate, you'll get 5 unrest, and your army power will basically be completely reduced. You'll have a useless army. Mandate grows based on positive stability, tributaries, and prosperity within your states and provinces. There's also an event that gives you that palace one. You lose mandate because of devastation. And devastation occurs when an enemy is occupying a province. So let's see, do I have any devastation? No. So right now, yeah, we can see devastation changes by 0.008 due to control. That's pretty much the only way devastation changes. If it's occupied by an enemy, devastation grows, and if you occupy it, it reduces very slowly. Devastation grows a lot quicker when it's occupying than it reduces when you've freed it. So when you're fighting Ming early on, that's a great way to destroy them, but then you have to be careful once you take the Empire of China not to have too many of those devastated former Ming provinces for yourself. Otherwise it'll cost you a lot of mandate, and if it costs you too much and you're in the negative, it's going to be really, really bad. This meritocracy is basically like legitimacy. So usually it's very low because you just spend it on these extra bonuses. And you can get all these bonuses by losing, I think it was 70 mandate per decision. So if you're at 100, it brings you down to like 30, and you have to spend a few years, kind of a bit lower mandate than is ideal. But once you're stable, you can kind of do that, no problem. So that was the big thing. So just understanding that devastation is what really hurts Ming's mandate, and how you break their army is you just occupy the provinces, get them full devastation, but then you have to be careful not to be claiming too many devastated provinces for yourself if you're going to take the empire. I took it very, very early on. This is my first playthrough, and frankly, I wasn't entirely convinced that was a great decision. You might be better off just leaving the actual emperorship of China to Ming until he's gone, because really that mandate was kind of a bitch to deal with. When I was taking a lot of devastated provinces, it was going up really slowly, and I didn't have a lot of tributaries right away either. So tributaries are important too, because they give you a certain amount based on their total development. So I've got Ayutthaya as an important tributary for me. It gives me a lot of stuff. Overall, Qing, it can be pretty good. It can be pretty fun trying to take on Qing. It's not great for trying to go any further because your mandate relies on tributaries. So I don't really want to invade Ayutthaya right now. I could probably conquer all that, but I'd lose my tributary and stuff like that. So it's good to, try a campaign like this, but not exactly world conquest material. Anyhow, we'll get to the timeline. So we started as Jianzhou. Jianzhou right here, this guy. Boom, boom, boom. He is the strongest of the Jurchen tribes. And in this campaign, I got a little lucky. I was able to take a war against Udeji and Heisi without any of their other allies joining right off the bat on another war to conquer that. At some point we lost a war to Ming. I was able to keep going, and go formed Manchu. It didn't take too long. And now we're going to clean up kind of just the rest of Manchuria and slowly start pushing our way into Ming. We'll speed it up now. So another thing with Jianzhou is that cavalry is really, really strong, and you can have, based on age objectives and other things, you can have basically like 90% of your army as cavalry. So if you don't have many force limit, you have a low force limit, you can get a lot of cavalry and really wreck Ming's infantry-heavy armies. And then once you start occupying his provinces, his mandate will drop because of the devastation, his army will be weaker, and you can just keep beating him up every chance you get. And also pushing into Korea. Korea is very tricky because they have mountains. They have 2 mountain forts here, which really, it was a mistake for me to go to Korea so early. I kind of wasted a lot of time trying to siege these down while his army ran kind of around. But eventually kind of managed to get a hold of him. So that's it. So these are the two guys I got as vassals, Yu and Wu. These became my vassals right here. Shun, I just kind of invaded and took over. And at this point, I was Emperor of China. That's pretty good. Some stuff going on here. I couldn't really see it. But, just steady invasions of Ming. Taking their land, the good trade hubs here. And yeah, that was it. At this point, it's pretty easy, right? So there we go. Integrated Yue, integrated Wu, got a little Daviet, Chagatai. I got Tibet as a vassal too. And then kept conquering. And there we have it. That's where we are now, 1763. So, it was a pretty comfortable run. There was a little, tension early on when you're trying the first war against Ming. But just the important thing is kind of to try and stay defensive. Just kind of occupy these territories here, make them come to you, and split them apart, and you'll do pretty well. Yep, that's it. Enjoy. Have a good run yourself.